Hey, this is Emily Warren, and you're watching Baeblemusic.
So what brings you to New York?
I'm actually from New York, and I'm also on tour with the Chainsmokers, and we're here for the week. We have a couple of shows in town on Friday and Saturday, and then the tour is over.
Sorry, you might get this question a lot, but working with the Chainsmokers, what was that like?
They're the best. I mean, they're like seriously some of my best friends, and writing with them is so cool because they're super progressive in the way they think about what they want to write about, and obviously they have a good sense of what people like, and I've just learned, and being on tour with them, I'm in their show, and the last couple months has just been amazing. They're the best dudes.
What was one of your favorite cities to perform in so far?
The craziest crowds were Cincinnati, funnily enough, and Montreal was insane. And that venue, it was so sick because it was just, seats kept going up and up into the ceiling, so it just looked like the most people I've ever seen in a room, and everyone knew all the words to every song. It was just amazing.
Does New York influence your music just overall?
100%. I think growing up in a place where there's so much live music and music fans, I think I've spent a lot of time in LA, and it's way harder to get a crowd like dancing or into the shows than it is here. People really enjoy seeing music.
Cool. So is it true that you went to NYU for music?
It is true.
Has that shaped you a lot as a songwriter?
Yeah, for sure. I think we had a lot of classes in production and engineering and stuff, which you're at a huge advantage as a writer if you can explain to the producer or the vocal engineer exactly what you want fixed instead of just speaking in abstract terms. So I learned a lot from that.
You just played a few great songs for us. How did it kind of feel to play them stripped down since they're so electronic originally?
Most of those songs were written actually just on an instrument because I feel like if it's good there, then it will translate. I think you can kind of tell if the song is an actual song if you play it just on guitar or just on piano. So. Right in your arms and I'm falling asleep to your heartbeat. Phone Down, which I wrote with Scott Harris again and then Mac and Phil, about a situation I was in which a guy pulled out a phone at the worst time, which for me, I get so hurt, even when I'm talking to someone and they take their phone out, to me it's like a dagger in the heart. I hate it so much. I just think it's so rude. So we wrote a song about that. It started as a ballad, and then the Lost Kings got the song and ended up turning it into an EDM thing, which it's cool because I think it sounds super hype, and then when you listen to lyrics, it's like actually dark.
Totally. Do you write songs about real moments like that all the time?
Yes, always. I think if you write about true things, there's a good chance you're talking about something else, something that someone else has gone through. So I always write about real things that have happened, and I think it's actually much easier to come up with song ideas if you're talking about the truth.
What's it kind of like to be a part of such huge pop songs today?
It's nuts. I think the thing that always gets me to think about is, like, if you had told me when I was 15 that this was going to happen, I would have never believed it. It's been totally surreal, especially the last year or so with Capsize and Don't Let Me Down, and it's the best feeling in the world. And I've been getting really good feedback, like through fans and stuff on Instagram and stuff like that, and saying that the songs are helping them, and that's like really the best feeling in the world.
Have you kind of used the success of those songs and used them as influence for your solo stuff?
Definitely. I think Capsize had a lot to do with that, just because it was the first time my voice really was left on something, and since it was responded to so well by just people on Spotify, it gave me the confidence to do my own thing for sure. I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right. When you're in the writing game, I have written like 700-800 songs, and a handful of them have gotten cut. So you could view it as a challenge, or to me it's just kind of like I've put in the work and I enjoy being in the studio, so it's not really a failure if it doesn't get cut. It's just practicing the craft.
Did you ever lose hope or lose sight?
Not really. I don't know what else I would do. I love it so much, so it's a no-brainer for me. It's pretty cool actually, because it was super organic. I mean, I don't think I ever had the thought like, oh, I want to take this seriously. I was writing since I was in 5th grade, and then I ended up recording some stuff and before I got into high school and then started a band. And so everything just kind of was organically moving forward, which has made it all the more fun because it's never really felt like a job. It's just what I love to do.
And with me, so come sweep me off my feet, 'cause I wanna give you all that I got, and I wanna believe we'll defy all the odds.
And what can we expect to see next? Are we gonna get an album or an
Yeah,
EP?
definitely. So I've got 1 or 2 more songs coming out like by themselves. The next one should be in a few weeks, and then an album after that.
That concludes my questions.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
It's a good note to leave off on.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for having me.
Anyone else, and I give myself but